Welcome back to my channel. Hope you're doing extremely well, and this is a very one mask code on this side. So in this video we're going to discuss the question rotate array. So what does the question say? The question actually is simple and straightforward. The question says that you have been given an array. So you have an array, right? For example, the array given to you is 1 2 3 4 5, right? And you have to rotate it by d number of times in the anti-clockwise direction. In the anti-clockwise direction. What does that mean? So in my first rotation, what will happen? Anti-clockwise. What is anti-clockwise? This direction. So one will go at last. So one will come here, and all the elements will shift left. That is, two will come here, then three, then four, then five. This is for the first rotation. For the second rotation, again 2 will come at last, then 3 here, 4 here, 5 here, and then 1 here. So you can see at d equal to 2, my array would look something like 3, 4, 5, 1, 2. Also, the question says that we have to do this rotation, we have to do this transformation in place. What is the meaning of in place first? In place means that you have to do it in O of one time space complexity. That is, you do not have to use any extra space, right? Okay, so how will you solve this question? How will you solve this particular question? Okay, so before solving it in place, let us see the brute force method. Let us see the brute force method. Brute force method, right? So, first brute force method is without in place. Without in place, right? So, for example, my question is 1, 2, 3, 4, right? After first iteration, it will look something like 2, 3, 4, 1. After second, it will look something like 3, 4, 1, 2. Third, it will look like 4 1 2 3, and at last it will look again something 1 2 3 4. So you can see for the size 4, the size was 4, right? For the first it was this, for the second it was this, for the third it was this, and for the fourth it repeated itself. For the fourth it repeated itself. So you can see that my cycle is updating every n number of times. My cycle is repeating n number of times, where n is my size of array. So first of all, for this confusion we will have to do something like d percentile equals to n. D percentile equals to n, it will convert d to be lesser than equals to n, to be lesser than n, not equals to be lesser than n. It will go from 0 up till n, right? Okay, my first step is d percentile equals to n. Now what will I do? As you can see, for d equals to 1, this first element came here, and all three elements remained same and they came here, right? For d equals to 2, front two elements came at last. For d equal to 3, last three element came into the last. So what can I do? I can create an array, I can create a temporary array, right? And now for any d, let us say we take d equal to 3, we take d equal to 3, I will put first three elements at the last of the element, right? So I will put 1 2 3 into temp, and then the remaining elements from the front, that is 4. And my temp will look something like this, and I will replace my array with temp, right? So what will be time complexity? O of n for traversal and putting elements into the temp, and O of n for space complexity, because I'm using exactly the extra space as of array in the case of temp, right? But what if we want it within place? Sorry, this was without in place, and now I'm going to tell you within place. That is, we are going to use Norse extra space, right? So for what will we do? 1 2 3 4. Again, d percentile equals to n will be the step I want at any cost, right? D percentile equals to n is sorted. Now the question says left rotate d number of times, so I will do that. On rotating first time, what will happen? What will I do? I will create a temp variable, right? I will create a temp variable. Temp will store my number, first number, right? And now for the remaining of them, that is, what will I do? I will say that this element comes here, that is swap. So swap I plus 1 with I is currently here, I plus 1 with I comes here, I plus 1 with I comes here, I plus 1 with I comes here, and I will stop the process. Now at the last I will put the temp answer. I will put the temp answer. Now how many times will I do it? I will do it d number of times, and how many traversals I am taking? N, right? Like, it is taking n time to traverse the whole array, so d into n is my time complexity in this case, but space complexity is O of 1. These are the brute force method, but let us go to the optimized solution. Now I'm not able to offer the intuition of optimization. It is just some basic, not basic, it is just some tod marod in Hindi we say that. So I'm going to show you the optimized version, right? So let us take an array 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, right? Let us do it for d equal to 3. We all know the answer. We all know the answer for d equal to 3. It would look something like 4, 5, 6, 7, and then 1, 2, 3. That is, this chunk came here, right? And this chunk came here. First three elements are last and remaining elements at first. Now, what can I do? What can I do? So there is no intuition into it. I just thought, like, let us do something, 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 and everything will happen. So as you can see, 1, 2, 3 here, 1, 2, 3 here, 4, 5, 6, 7 here, 4, 5, 6, 7 here, right? Let us say reverse it. Reverse it. If I reverse the answer array, it will look something like 3, 2, 1. As you can see, this 1 to 3 is shifted here. So my main goal is to bring this 1 to 3 at the initial position so that they can align. So after reversing, it becomes 3 to 1, and that becomes uh, 3 to 1, 7, 6, 5, 4. Now if you underline the elements, so 7, 6, 5, 4 came here and 1 to 3 came here, right? So now if I try to visualize these two parts, this part and this part are aligning now, and this part and this part are also aligning. But if you see, red part is the reverse part of this one, and blue part is the reverse part of this one. That is the answer. Reverse them so separately. So after reversing this blue part, it looks something like 1, 2, 3, and after reversing this red part, it looks something like 4, uh, 4, 5, 6, 7, right? So what is the thing? We have followed this first, reverse it, then this, right? Now we have followed this in a downward fashion. We have to follow this up fashion. What we have to do, this was answer to question. We want, like let me write it down. So we were standing at answer and we followed the path to question, right? This was our path. From our answer, we went to our question. So first we did reverse the whole array. After that, reverse the first part. Reverse first part means first d elements. Reverse the second part, right? That is d plus 1 to n elements, right? Now these two parts are independent. I can do it any at it can be reversed also because the answer will remain same, right? So this was the path from answer to question. To if I want to go from question to answer, this will go something like this will become first, this will become second, and this will become third, right? So my first step will be, I said I can interchange them. So my first part will be d plus 1 to n should be reversed. My second part will be 0 to d should be reversed, and my third part will be 0 to n should be reversed. As simple as that. I hope I am clear. I hope I am clear. Now guys, if you will see, it will take O of n minus d time, it will take O of d time, and it will take O of n time. If you sum them up, it will be equal to O of 2n, which is essentially O of n. But the main point is we did not use any extra space, so it is O of 1 space complexity. So I hope I am clear with this. This is a very popular question. It is part of mostly all the sheets, whether it is of Striver Bhaiya or whether it is of Lovebubber Bhaiya. I have solved these two only. This is part of all the two popular sheets. So I hope I'm clear, and let us move to the coding part of it, right? So as you know that I always say that the algorithm part is the one we have to spend some time and think about the algorithm, whether it is correct or not. But the coding part is actually very simple. We are just going to use the STL, right? So first step was to percentile d. So int n equals to array dot size, and now d percentile equals to n. Simplified. Now what will I do? First part was to reverse the last element. So reverse array dot begin. Now it will start from last, so it will start from d and it will go up till end. Reverse, oh sorry, array dot end, right? Now for the reverse the first part, that is first d element. So reverse array dot begin plus 0 only till array dot begin plus d, right? and at last reverse the whole array. Reverse array dot begin up till array dot end, and then return. Right? Let us try to compile and run it. Hope it will work fine. Let us try to submit it. As you can see, the counter is going up and getting submitted. So thank you for watching. Hope you liked it. Make sure to like and subscribe to the channel to stay tuned and motivate me at the same time. Thank you. Have a nice day.